EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower in the fabulous European capital of Paris, France. But today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Black Knights of Paris.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from the City of Light. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
That kind of kickoff return is something we call a momentum play. So if you're the offensive coordinator and you have a script of plays that you plan to run, you may change it up now because you may decide to go for some bigger strikes and try and keep the momentum going.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Only a couple for him there in the game's first play, and it's second down.
Jones on the start. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Vegas! What is on up?
Here's Williams. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Looking to throw is Williams. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to put that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Second and 10.
Vegas! What is it on? Yeah. Punch Spurs!
To throw, Williams. This is caught at the end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Here's Swift. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Here's Ferguson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. And Wilson in motion left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From a yard out. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you look at the list of cities that most people thought were likely to entertain taking on a relocated NFL franchise. London was likely at the top of the list, but this city, Paris, host of the 2024 games. They have the infrastructure. The fan base is coming along, and it's going to be interesting to watch how this team is received here in the French capital. So far, the early returns, excellent. Here's Lawrence. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Marvin Mims, 58 yards. And the Black Knights are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And this is blocked. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa, bad move. Set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing is Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
What is that?
To the air, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. To throw, it's Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Field goal. A 66-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. Well, he does have a good leg. I'll give him that. But not that good.
Not by a long shot.
This offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Chandler. The 20. Touchdown. Ty Chandler, 44 yards. And his guys have taken the lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
13. Ravens 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Vegas, Vegas!
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. It's a gain of 17
Back to throw again.
1st down, Ravens.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens are an extra point away from capturing the lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Hey.
Here's Chandler. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd down and 1.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Lawrence will throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Signal and a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he finds Escobar complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Hey, easy. Route.
They run it with Chandler. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Lawrence. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
From the gun, here's Williams. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll run right here with Swift. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He'll get this to Lazard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. It was Jamel Dean who brought him down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They work now on 2nd and 9. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Working out of the gun, Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp.
Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
11.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out.
Jake Elliott set to
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Now it's the backup Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Trap 60, trap 60. Trap 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors 17, Mustang 19.
Back to throw, Watson. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Watson's pass intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
All right, let's go. Easy.
Now Chandler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Darren Waller as the first half is winding down. And the Black Knights have taken the lead here in the final stages of the... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there was a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already and another first and 10. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this from the parking lot, from an even 70 yards out. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Hey, Ron. Hey, kill.
Now Lawrence. Look at right sideline. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
ETN up the middle. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, attention, attack!
Here's Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Rip, 23. Hey, check that. 13, Lou. Here we go, son.
They go play action with Lawrence. He'll try and do this himself. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
A gain of 7.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in points, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Let's go, 18, 5 in.
Now Watson. Now he's going to step up and run. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he's... Lines to the turf.
It's a gain of 28 yards.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. Then they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And a pass complete to Waller on the out route. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Lawrence. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
When you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Rip, 23.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Herbert diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Ravens 23. Jake Elliott set to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Shifts past him. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Onside, and that's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down.